Coordinates: 47 degrees north 20 degrees east, 47 degrees north 20 degrees east, 47. 20 in Europe is a country in Central Europe, spanning 93,030 square kilometers in the Carpathian Basin. It borders Slovakia to the north, Ukraine to the northeast, Romania to the east and southeast, Serbia to the south, Croatia and Slovenia to the southwest, and Austria to the west with about 10 million inhabitants. Hungary is a medium-sized member state of the European Union. The official language is Hungarian, which is the most widely spoken Uralic language in the world, and among the few non-Indo-European languages to be widely spoken in Europe. Hungary's capital and largest city is Budapest. Other major urban areas include Debrecen, Szeged, Miskolc, Pécs, and Győr. The territory of present Hungary was for centuries inhabited by a succession of peoples, including Celts, Romans, Germanic tribes, Huns, West Slavs and the others. The foundations of the Hungarian state were established in the late 9th century AD by the Hungarian Grand Prince Arpad following the conquest of the Carpathian Basin. His great-grandson Stephen I ascended the throne in 1000, converting his realm to a Christian kingdom. By the 12th century, Hungary became a regional power, reaching its cultural and political height in the 15th century. Following the Battle of Mohacs in 1526, Hungary was partially occupied by the Ottoman Empire. The country came under Habsburg rule entirely at the turn of the 18th century, and later established a monarchy with the Austrian Empire, to form Austria-Hungary, a major European power. The Austro-Hungarian Empire collapsed after World War I, and the subsequent Treaty of Trianon established Hungary's current borders, resulting in the loss of 71% of its territory, 58% of its population, and 32% of ethnic Hungarians. Following the tumultuous interwar period, Hungary joined the Axis powers in World War II, suffering significant damage and casualties. Post-war Hungary became a satellite state of the Soviet Union, which contributed to the establishment of a socialist republic spanning 4 decades. Following the failed 1956 revolution against the Soviet-backed government, Hungary became a comparatively freer, though still repressive, member of the Eastern Bloc. The seminal opening of the previously restricted border with Austria in 1989 accelerated the collapse of the Eastern Bloc, and subsequently the Soviet Union. On the 23rd of October 1989, Hungary became a democratic parliamentary republic. Hungary is considered a developed country with a high-income economy and a very high Human Development Index. Hungarians enjoy universal health care and tuition-free secondary education. Hungary's cultural history includes significant contributions to its arts, music, literature, sports, science and technology. It is the 13th most popular tourist destination in Europe, drawing 15.8 million international tourists in 2017, owing to attractions such as the largest thermal water cave system in the world, second largest thermal lake, the largest lake in Central Europe and the largest natural grasslands in Europe. Hungary's cultural, historical, and academic prominence classify it as a middle power in global affairs. Hungary joined the European Union in 2004 and has been part of the Schengen area since 2007. It is a member of numerous international organizations, including the United Nations, NATO, WTO, World Bank, EIB, the AIIB, the Council of Europe, and the Visegrad Group. The H in the name of Hungary, Onajur, was the collective name for the tribes who later joined the Bulgar tribal confederacy that ruled the eastern parts of Hungary after the Avars. The Hungarian endonym is Magyarság, composed of Magyar. The second element eri, man, men, lineage, survives in Hungarian furj, husband, and is cognate with mariage, son, Finisakek young man. The Roman Empire conquered the territory west of the Danube River between 35 and 9 BC. From 9 BC to the end of the 4th century AD, Pannonia, the western part of the Carpathian Basin, was part of the Roman Empire. After the Western Roman Empire collapsed in the 5th century AD under the stress of the migration of Germanic tribes and Carpathian pressure. The migration period continued to bring many invaders into Central Europe, beginning with the Hunnic Empire. The most powerful ruler of the Hunnic Empire was Attila the Hun, who later became a central figure in Hungarian mythology. After the disintegration of the Hunnic Empire, the Gephardts, an Eastern Germanic tribe, who had been vassalized by the Huns, established their own kingdom in the Carpathian Basin. Other groups which reached the Carpathian Basin in the migration period were the Goths, Vandals, Lombards, and Slavs. In the 560s, the Avars founded the Avar Khaganate, a state that maintained supremacy in the region for more than 2 centuries. The Franks under Charlemagne defeated the Avars in a series of campaigns during the 790s. By the mid-9th century, the Balaton prince,